Yeah, I'll start with the case scenario. It's a 52-year-old female who came for routine checkup, and her best corrected visual acuity was 6 by 6 in both eyes, and her IOP was 16 in the right eye and 24 in the left eye. Her angles were open, and her central corneal thickness were average. So when we looked at her disc, we found that the right eye it's around average size disc with a zero point 0.6 cup to disc ratio, and the rim looks healthy with a mild darker striations, but otherwise there's no obvious ornamental loss. Whereas when we come to the left eye, it seems a little oval disc, and it's around zero point 0.7 CDR, and the rim looks okay. But when you look carefully of the ornamental, you're able to make out little more than a slit ornamental loss in the superior area, which is also quite obvious visible in the red streak. So we went ahead and we did OCT for that patient, and the OCT also is suggestive of a superior ornamental thinning, which is correlating with what we suspected. And this is the GCC of the patient, in which the right eye's GCL is normal, whereas the left eye, we are able to make out the superior ornamental loss, as well as there is also ganglion cell loss in the macular region, which is correlating with what we suspected. And this is the field of the patient, which is within normal limits in the left eye. And we did the DVT for the patient, and the right eye had a maximum myopia of 18, and the left eye had a maximum myopia of 26. So we diagnosed her with the primary open angle glaucoma, and the diagnosis was a preperimetric. So what is preperimetric? So preperimetric is nothing but it's a glaucoma. So basically, there's a structural damage, but the damage is not being picked up by the visual field test what we have. So why there is a difference between the structural and the functional damages? So if you see this picture, so for you to have a significant visual field damage, even for about say 2 decibels in mean deviation, you need to have at least 50% loss of the ganglion cells. This is mainly because of the redundancy in the visual system. There is significant overlapping of the ganglion cell receptive fields to provide a substantial functional result. So now coming to the important question. So whether you treat this patient or you remain masterly inactive. So to answer this question, we need to know what will happen to the patient if you don't treat them. In the other sense, what is the natural course of the disease if you don't treat them? So this is the picture which tells you that the glaucoma starts with ganglion cell apoptosis, and it begins to the structural damage, followed by the functional damage. So we are currently in this stage where we have structural damage, but still there is no functional damage. Suppose if you don't treat this patient at this stage, you end up in having a functional damage in the future. So I like to say there is no need to be a masterly inactive in an active disease, because the IOP is high, and if you don't treat them, you end up in having a functional damage. So I like to treat this patient, and I would like to say if the IOP is high, definitely you have to treat a patient with a preperimetric glaucoma.